wants to be a cat stuck in my head.
Don't we all? Like every day,
I'm not mad at it, but
every day, all day, you want to be a cat.
I do. It sounds like the life, aside from a Disney duck.
If you were, what is your favorite go-to Halloween movie?
Oh.
Do you
That's a
have
tough
one?
I don't think I have one because, like I've
haven't-
said previously, I've
we
just
haven't
kind of
been
been
into it right now.
falling out of Halloween. It is driving me insane right now that we have not watched The Nightmare Before Christmas.
But you have till Christmas, technically.
No, that's a Halloween movie.
I feel like we need to watch Hocus Pocus.
Okay, here's the thing about Hocus Pocus.
What is it?
I love it.
I want to watch Addams Family.
But Hocus Pocus, just like in the last like 5 or 6 years or something, it's just been
It's too much for you.
It's too much. It's like it's everywhere, and it used to be so special. I feel like like
Because everyone caught on and they go like, no.
right. Well, like so I remember at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, the first year that they had the Sanderson Sisters stage show, that was so cool and special and unique, and you might get like a little bit of Hocus Pocus merchandise here and there.
It's oversaturated.
It's oversaturated for me, so I'm just kind of sick of it.
So that's not your go-to anymore.
No, I think that would have been the go-to.
I like the 1-2 punch of, for Halloween you watch Addams Family, and for Thanksgiving you watch Addams Family Values.
Yeah, Adams. Okay, I was thinking about that earlier.
It's a Thanksgiving movie.
It's a Thanksgiving movie.
It's the only one. It's like one of the only ones.
And we watched that a lot as kids.
I love
It's
Addams
better
Family
than the
Values.
first one.
It's so good.
Like,
If you're out there and you haven't watched that movie, what are you doing with your life?
yeah,
Go watch Addams Family Values.
Thanksgiving season's coming up.
Treat yourself.
Yeah,
It's not spoopy, but it's definitely going to be spoopy season.
I do still 1 year for if we ever go back to Dragon Con, or
You want to do
I want to do
Debbie.
Debbie. I want to be Debbie so
Deborah.
bad. I'll let you be Fester.
I want the white suit and like that weird
Yeah.
wig, the Guy
Yeah.
Gardner wig. Let me do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah. Wait, you didn't answer. What's your go-to?
A Malibu Barbie. Joan Cusack is really underrated.
Angelica Houston in that is underrated. Everyone in that is underrated.
Yeah.
Everyone's awesome in that movie.
Anyway,
Everyone crushes. What's your
Well-
go-to? Is it Nightmare Before Christmas
it might be Nightmare Before Christmas.
or Mr. Boogedy?
It's definitely not Mr. Boogedy. One that I always really want to watch that we never do is Twitches.
Yeah, we're getting to it.
I love Twitches so much.
But
And I mean, Addams Family is one that I enjoy watching too. And Beetlejuice.
oh, we need to watch Beetlejuice.
And Beetlejuice too.
It's called Beetlejuice.
Uh,
But so you're saying that your go-to
Brenda
is
2,
not
the sequel.
the Haunted Mansion 2003.
No, but
On that note,
I would like to watch Haunted Mansion
2023.
2022.
2023.
23.
20 years apart. Let me get to my thing.
Okay.
I was doing a segue and you messed it up.
Sorry.
On that note, the champagne's been popped. The wine is flowing.
I am having wine.
You know where we're going.
It's been a while.
We're going on a backlot tour, and I'm your tour guide, Captain Zach, with always beans.
Or Jana.
Or Jana.
Or
And
Debbie.
we are doing a DQ for Halloween because we watched the 2003 classic Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about
had
our feelings.
Never seen this movie.
What?
I'd never seen this movie start to finish.
We watched it start to finish.
Well, then I blocked it out.
Why?
I don't know. Like I remembered like bits and pieces, like mostly the graveyard
I
scene.
don't remember that much of this at all. I'll be
And-
honest. I forgot, and I've seen it in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
It's
I
pretty
don't know.
forgettable.
It is forgettable.
It wasn't terrible.
All right.
That's it, guys. That's our whole review.
It's forgettable.
It was easy. It just kind of washes over you, I guess.
Yeah.
It doesn't stick with
Well,
you.
and now that we do have like the 2023 Haunted Mansion
And Muppets Haunted Mansion.
and Muppet, yes.
We've got three
and
Haunted Mansion.
Muppets Haunted
We've got
Mansion.
3 Haunted Mansion movies
Like
to choose from.
those other two are just so good. So good.
Is your ranking 2023 Muppets and then this?
I don't know. Muppets might be first, but I think it would
mean,
be
it's got
2023. It does have Stamos. It's got a lot of people, and I think the message in it's really good too.
About Gonzo?
Yeah.
It's very Gonzo-centric,
And-
which I really like.
I loved Pepe in it.
Pepe and Gonzo, When you can't get Rizzo and Gonzo, it's like the next best thing is a Pepe and Gonzo
I
team
love
up.
Pepe. And then especially after we watched, what was it, Muppets in Space, that had Pepe in it a lot. I was like, I love Pepe. He might be like one of my new favorite Muppets, like top 3.
I like Uncle Deadly.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
All right, we are getting so sidetracked.
Okay, back to the Haunted Mansion. It's better than I remember because I think when I first saw it, I did not enjoy it at all.
I remember when it came out.
I wasn't as big of a Haunted Mansion fan then anyways, though, because I didn't care. So,
okay, I will say, so it came out in 2003. I was 17, and it came out like a few months after Pirates of the Caribbean.
This is the yummy... Oh, after? I thought it came out before.
No. Pirates of the Caribbean came out July 9th, 2003.
So this is the top part of the sandwich of rides, where you got Country Bear Jamboree, Pirates, and then this.
Oh my gosh.
In a 1-year span.
I went to go see Pirates of the Caribbean July 11th, 2003.
This is probably the second time you said this.
That's July 11th, twice. 2 days have changed my life.
But like within a year, I think they released 3 attractions. So they were just going to the well. They're like, maybe we have something here.
Well, I remember Country Bears was first.
A huge flop.
Yes, I'm surprised that Pirates still got made after that, or Haunted Mansion.
Well, Haunted Mansion, it they say it's successful. I looked at the numbers. So it cost $90 million back then to make, which is pretty big budget for 2003 for something like this. And then
I feel like that's kind of a small budget considering the effects
you gotta think about
Eddie Murphy.
Well, no, you got to think about like
I mean, this was like Shrek era.
For inflation, this would have been
Murphy.
like 150, 160 probably,
yeah.
which is still a pretty big budget for what this is. And it made, I think, 183 million. So it still didn't make its money back because everyone's like, oh, it made more. I'm like, no, you got to
factor in marketing. That's not in the budget.
Factor in how much the cut of the theaters take. And then you're still left with like, but again, at this time, you're still doing DVD sales.
Yeah.
So you might have made it.
Okay. So 2003, I was 17. I don't do scary movies now. I didn't do scary movies then. And
there was a little freaky part with the zombies.
There were some jump scares in this that I know I definitely would have liked as a teenager. But like...
Are you 6?
No, I do not handle scary movie. Like even Scary Movie scares me.
Oh, Scary Movie 3 is so good.
They scare me. I cannot enjoy them. They still scare me. So that's how much of a wimp I am.
A lot of my humor from Scary Movie 2 and 3 is lost on you because you don't understand my references. Because those movies are so quotable.
I'm sure they are. But like, I don't do scary movies. I especially didn't do them as a teenager. And so... there is no way I would have ever watched this when I was younger.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Even as a Disney person, you were just like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, no. And I remember like, I remember the Tower of Terror movie coming out too, or just like being so around. Good. And I was just like, nope, love the ride. Not going to do that.
So what were your, I was reading up on it. Like, it sounds like they try to adapt the story more from the Phantom Manor. Which, after you sent me that thing, it still didn't make sense of how this is an adaptation.
No, I don't think it's like the Phantom Manor adaptation whatsoever.
Because that's like a Western anyways.
Well, it's a Western, and that one is very focused on the bride. And the bride's not killing her grooms. The father of the bride is killing all the grooms. Oh. And she's just left weeping and brokenhearted over and over.
Maybe they took that from like his caretaker guy was doing it.
Yeah, and he was brokenhearted about his wife.
Oh.
Or lover.
Oh, that's a loose interpretation of this.
Yeah, very loose.
They're fast and loose. Like there wasn't as many nods in this as I thought there would be.
Yeah.
Whereas like the 2023 version had a ton.
It was fun.
You had the graveyard scene. They had like a lot of throwbacks in that. They had the hitchhiking ghost talking, which is odd to me.
They were funny.
One of them was
not the hitchhiking ghost. The singing bus is what I'm thinking.
Oh, the singing bus was awesome. That was actually the Dapper Dans singing too, which I thought was awesome. Yeah, they had Deep Roy doing they had him doing Gus. You know who Deep Roy is?
No.
He's like he was the Oompa Loompa in the new like the Johnny Depp
okay. Yeah, that Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Yeah. He's actually been in a ton of stuff, but I just love his name is Deep Roy. It's awesome. But he played Gus, and they're like, can you see like that whole gag that they had in there was just didn't land. But I mean, were you laughing?
It also didn't make sense to me, sinse we're on the graveyard
scene. There's a lot that
scene,
didn't make sense in this movie.
That the horse pulling the hearse was a skeleton, like why would you even be able to see him, or
'Cause
should
everyone
he
else
be
was
ghost
fleshy.
form? Yeah, it's either he should be
Well,
invisible
maybe it
like
was
he
a
is at the
really-
Haunted Mansion.
Maybe you
or,
lose your flesh as you go because there's skeletons in the graveyard. I don't know. Nothing
no,
made sense.
that
in
doesn't
this.
make sense.
Nothing makes sense. in this.
Also, I hated how they did Madame Leota.
You're not a Jennifer Tilly fan.
I like Jennifer Tilly fine. I do not like Jennifer Tilly as Madame Leota.
She was sassy, and I'm like, this doesn't make
She
any
was
sense.
sassy, and she was green.
Oh my god, yeah, she was
Like,
green, and I was
she
like,
should have been
oh my
like
God, why is
bluish
this not blue?
purple. You know,
Well, also, it's just, I think she was trying to be like another
Comedy
comic relief
relief.
besides Eddie Murphy, and I was
Mhm.
just like, what is the point of this? Because, I mean, I think I just let it wash over me at this point. But like, I mean, the story was fine. It didn't make sense at the end at all. Like, I didn't understand what was happening when like the guy the
He
ground
gets
opened
dragged
up.
down to hell.
Yeah, but like he looks like he was like gaining power, and then all of a sudden he didn't.
Yeah, it really turned on him.
I was like, I don't know what's going on, but
They're like,
I think
oh, we
for
don't
the-
know how to wrap this up.
that's what it kind of felt like. They're just like, I don't know what we do at the end. Let's just make him like get dragged down and then grab Eddie Murphy, and then Master Gracie saves him, and you're just like, okay, weird. And then I don't know, babe.
Well, and
This one's a puzzling one for me.
one thing that got me too is like, so Master Gracie leaves the house to Eddie Murphy's family. It's like, how are they going to validate that?
Wait, what?
He leaves
Oh,
the house to them.
I thought you meant like he left the house. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, he's like, like,
How is that legally binding?
right? Like this ghost gave me
He's
the
like,
deed.
Guys, trust me, the ghost left me this. And you're just like, did he? And they're like, we have no way of knowing.
Also, how are they going? Okay, so they're realtors in the movie. It's a realtor family.
Like aggressive realtors.
Yes. How
He's
are
an aggressive
they
realtor.
going to sell that house with a cemetery in it?
That was not a cemetery. That was a historic graveyard.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
huge.
And like very, 1800s, 1700s.
Yeah. I mean, also, I don't think all those ghosts would have left. I feel like there would have been some stuck there and like messing with stuff.
Probably.
I mean,
Definitely Madame Leota.
Well, they took her home. That was the
Mhm.
other thing. They like were just driving with Madame Leota.
Oh, yeah, that's
Remember,
right.
I was like, wait,
And it's
what
just
is
like,
happening here?
why did they take
They were
her?
setting it up for a wild sequel. Guys, this will pay off in a few years. And you're like, no, it won't. Because you guys didn't get the sequel.
No.
Pirates got it, but
And, like watching this movie makes me even madder.
more mad?
Madder? I don't know.
Madder Hatter.
It makes me angrier.
Oh, there you go. Provoked?
It makes me angrier
It's good to
than
have you back,
I
Beans.
was previously about the 2023 Haunted Mansion not getting its due respect.
I mean, I think they missed.
Because that was such a good movie, and I think Disney did a few things wrong. One, it came out in
It
July.
came in July.
That should have come out like September,
I
October.
think their marketing was all wrong. I think their
It
release
was
was all
during
wrong.
the writers and the actors strike,
Yeah.
so they couldn't promote it properly. And it's like at that point, you should just delay the release,
Well,
But there was also, I feel like, so much floating around, just like, it's not good. This is a bad movie and stuff. Because I think there had been like a few rewrites or something. But then it's like it came out in Disney Plus and we watched it and just like, oh, this was really good.
I think with that one they shot themselves in the foot because if they did have rewrites and reshoots, it cost so much money to make that thing.
Yeah,
it was
he
like
had big actors
$180
in
million
it.
budget, I think, which is
Mhm.
insane for that kind of movie. Because like, I think I mentioned it when we did that one, but like, I don't love the ghost effects in that. It's just like they look hokey to me, and it's like
Yeah.
the same as the Ghostbusters. Like all the last like three of them, like the ghost, like the gold
You know
standard
what
is
is
1984 about Ghostbusters.
Really interesting that you're mentioning the appearance of the ghost. So, I was scrolling on Instagram
Okay,
and
go
I
on.
saw a reel about how our version of ghosts came to be as we know them today, like this whole like translucent
From
kind of
Ghostbusters?
figure. No, it started back in the 1800s. Back then, ghosts were just you just picture like a human walking around like normal and everything, and that could still be a ghost. And
Well,
the
that's
whole
what they were in
transparent
this.
thing came is that they started like these like I don't know,
Like Charles Dickens
circuses
wrote it
like
into
stuff. No, like doing
Pepper's Ghost.
like shows and things, and they would have like come see this monster, this skeleton stuff, and just be like these pictures and everything. But how the technology worked back then is it kind of made it a little translucent, especially towards the bottom, and it made things look like they were floating. And then, photographs start becoming a thing. And, if you didn't do it exactly right, people moved a little bit, you would see like a faded image. Yeah. And so that's kind of how it developed into being translucent figures versus what they knew 200 years ago.
Well, I'm saying the gold standard is 1984 Ghostbusters for how a ghost should look.
That's how it started. That's what made me start watching the real.
Because it's 1984 Ghostbusters?
It was just like, how did we get to this version of a ghost?
Think about how good the librarian was in that first scene. Yeah. It just like, it terrified me.
Yeah.
And it looks so real because it is a real,
mm-hmm.
It was like a real actual thing they did. And they just like, Peppers ghosted it kind of like they did have an effect that it was like, they shot it and then took the translucency
mm-hmm.
down or whatever. I don't know what they did. It's movie magic. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But that looks better to me still than all the CG they throw at these things now.
Mm-hmm.
And it just doesn't work as well. I think it's just too bright and too campy sometimes. And I'm just like, I don't think it needs all that.
Right.
So, and the same thing happened in this one. Cause like that was like when effects are really like starting to pick up steam. Cause like Lord of the Rings is coming out. The Marvel movies are coming out. And like, I mean, when was the first Lord of the Rings?
2001.
Yeah. So like that is like when it's like, we're hitting the ground running. Like when 2000 hits, we're just like, we are leaps and bounds, like moving forward with CGI.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like,
and even the pirate skeletons in Pirates of the Caribbean,
they were a little hokey.
At the
time, though, they're amazing.
They looked amazing.
I think they still work for what they are.
Yeah,
because they were still cartoony in a way, but like
mm-hmm.
I think it worked for what it was.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It's just something about these ghosts in this one and the 2023 one.
I'm afraid of no ghosts.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
I am. I'm very afraid.
I'm very afraid. But I mean, like, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't need to see it again.
Ever?
I mean, I would revisit it in like 10, 15 years.
Okay.
Life's too short to rewatch that movie.
That's true. That should be on a t-shirt. That movie. Specifically Haunted Mansion 2003.
Sorry,
just
Eddie.
Crapping all. Yeah, I don't think Eddie Murphy actually wanted to do it. It sounded like it was like a favor, like the studio was like, yeah, you're going to do this. And he's like, oh crap. But I mean, I don't know who else would have done that. And I mean, when Eddie Murphy takes over a role, I mean, he was probably still kind of on fire at this point. Or no, maybe he's coming down from his highs in the 80s and 90s at this point.
He was coming down from his...
When was Bowfinger?
That was 90s.
Yeah, that was so good.
It was so good. I think, and I don't want to say that like his acts were like profane or that they weren't family friendly. You know, and this is going into his phase when he started doing family friendly stuff, because like around this time is when Shrek 2003, I believe.
Well, Mulan was in the 90s. So
yeah,
like,
I think that was 97.
That was probably when he was wading into it.
Yeah.
But like he had a string of like flops, like was it Dave? I think, or
he also had the Nutty Professor. He had Dr. Dolittle.
Those are big though. I feel like those are really successful. But like, there's a bunch of like Pluto Nash. That was another big one. That was like
that was
flop.
from Bowfinger.
That was from Bowfinger?
It was. I'm pretty sure there was a character in Bowfinger
I have to watch
named
Bowfinger
Pluto
again.
Nash. like it was
Bowfinger
like
again.
one of the characters. So in Bowfinger he's portraying an actor.
Yeah.
And it was one of the characters that the actor had played.
We're gonna have to revisit that. Put a pin in that for now. We're not.
I love Bowfinger. I will watch that any day of the week.
Let's revisit that one.
And Mixed Nuts.
The Steve Martin movie?
Yeah.
And Goldie Hawn?
No, it's not Goldie. It's Juliette Lewis.
Juliette Lewis?
Yeah.
Like from Natural Born Killers?
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm pretty confident
I'm gonna. Okay, we're gonna fact check.
It's a Christmas movie.
I've never seen that one.
Not a family-friendly Christmas movie, but I still watched it a lot.
Not a family-friendly Christmas movie, but I watched it a lot.
I was a teenager.
Yuck.
Has Madeline Kahn.
Oh, Madeline Kahn's like always awesome.
Yeah, Juliette Lewis.
Interesting. All right.
Rob Reiner, Liev Schreiber, Rita Wilson, Parker Posey.
This is a weird cast.
Jon Stewart.
Wait, what year is this?
94.
Oh.
I did not watch it in
It's
94. I was probably watching it in like 97.
You're so wild. All right, back to the movie. I mean, I think when it comes to these ride movies, it's like I don't know what storyline I want you to follow.
Tower of Terror.
Well, like think about like what if you did a Haunted Mansion movie where it takes like a period piece versus now? Like, wouldn't that be a little more
Like
interesting?
how it became to be the Haunted Mansion.
I feel like I'd like that more. Like you're following Constance or like these people in the portraits.
Yeah.
And like
hearing their stories.
Like I want to see that.
How
story.
the ghost ended up there. What happened with the hitchhiking ghost?
Yeah, like maybe you do something with that instead of making it like, oh, they're already ghosts and we're doing it in present day. I'm like, I feel like it could be more fun and interesting. Like, what was the Guillermo del Toro version?
Yeah, I was about to say that sounds like something
that?
Guillermo would have done with his version.
Like, I feel like it could have been something amazing, and like we just
terrifying.
were robbed of that. Well, that's where that one behind you came from. That print right there with the 99.
I know, vlog coming soon to show the room. Hopefully,
but that actually came. Like, that was going to be for the release of the movie. I think.
Yeah, and that hot box ghost looks absolutely terrifying in that picture.
But think about like, I think that would have been a more interesting story, and I don't know why they don't do that. Of like how it came to be.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be more interesting? I don't know.
think it'd be very interesting, but I like history.
Yeah, I think like you could have had more fun. Like I
like period.
I don't know
pieces.
if they're tethered to the idea of like they have to have something with the house. I think they get hung up with that because like where it came with Pirates of the Caribbean, like they came up with their own story. Obviously,
yeah.
It's Jack Sparrow, and he was not in the ride.
Right.
And they came up with their own thing that was like loosely based on the ride.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like when they made this, they're like, we have to have all these nod, like, or they have either too much nod or not enough nod. But they're trying to follow some storyline. And I'm like, either follow the storyline that's in the actual ride or like,
well, and I think that's
want.
That's kind of the difference I think between Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion is that Pirates of the Caribbean, like the ride, that's just pirates being pirates.
Yeah.
You know, so there's not really as much of a story there. Now in Disneyland, there is a bit of a story because, you know, it's like the dead men tell no tales. I'll tell you a story. And then like when you're in the boat and you're looking at the left and there's that big cage and everything and it's a skeleton on one side and then it changes into a human. That's when you're getting a flashback into the pirate's life.
On Disneyland's?
Yes, that is
I
why
didn't see that in Disneyland.
I pointed it out to you each time we wrote it and you're like, I know. And so you missed the effect. But everything before that point, all the pirates you see are skeletons.
Yeah.
And then everything after, they are.
Okay, gotcha.
And I mean, you do get the same thing in Disney World, but not the same.
No, there's a lot more into the Disneyland.
There's a lot more, but it's like when you go down the drop, then you're like, and he's still doing the you know, dead men tell no tales and everything. This is why you're getting the tale is because you're doing a flashback because dead men can't tell tales. So you're actually getting to see it and live it. But I think that's part of the thing is that, you know, again, it's just Pirates of the Caribbean. That's pirates being pirates. So they had more room to develop a full story. Whereas with the Haunted Mansion, it's kind of like there's obviously very much of a pre-existing story.
Yeah.
And
well, that's what I want, the original story though, I think at this point. I'm just like, give me that. And I don't know if we're ever going to get that now.
No, well, and
thrown
as
too
we
much
know,
money
like
at this franchise for it to make and not made any money.
When they
off of
made the Haunted Mansion attraction, it was a hodgepodge of two different Imagineers. One who wanted it to be extremely spooky, and one who wanted it to be very campy.
Yeah,
you know. And again, one of the things with the Haunted Mansion too is like, at least in the Disneyland version, when it's normal, you're not seeing ghosts until after Madame Leota conjures them. Well,
kind of.
That is why people got upset with Disney World about where they placed the Hatbox Ghost because it's before Madame Leota.
Well, hold on. I always thought the guy playing the piano, the shadow, like I always considered that one of the ghosts you'd see because you'd see his shadow.
Yeah, but you're not seeing his like corporeal form.
Yeah. Is Madame Leota not a ghost?
I don't think she is.
You think she's just
I think especially
an entity?
Yeah. Or like if you go back to the Haunted Mansion 2023 movie, she got captured into that ball.
Okay. I mean, I'm just telling you what I heard. Are we reading into this too much or not enough?
Not enough.
I also think that, like, a lot of people, like, we love the Haunted Mansion clearly from this room, but like, I think when they release a movie like that, I think most people are just like, oh, that ride at Disney World. Like most normies are like, I don't care. So I think you have to make it like something extra special to gather more of a broad audience for it to actually make money. Because like, I think if you play it too inside baseball, it's like you're gonna.
Well, and I think that's why the 2023 version would have worked well if they had done better marketing, released it at a different time.
Yeah, I mean,
because like that was something that was fun for us when we were watching, is like seeing all the little nods to the attraction. And I remember like, you know, Cassidy was like, I want Alex to watch this as like a non-Disney person. I had one of my friends from work watch it as a non-Disney person, and they both really enjoyed it still without having the same kind of knowledge around the Haunted Mansion.
Like, if you had a name like Guillermo del Toro attached to this, and like I would assume he would approach this like lovingly, because I'm pretty sure he probably loves the Haunted Mansion in general, because he has a whole house that's separate from his own. Where
he has a Hatbox Ghost, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think he has a full-size Hatbox Ghost, and he has like all these like movie props from all his movies in his other house, because his wife is like, you can't have this in our house.
I remember an issue of GQ that had like pictures from his house.
It's insane.
Yeah.
But like, if you had someone like that, like one of the like the best directors that is tackling a property that they probably love, and you put something just super artistic and super amazing, and like if you got a good story, like that would have brought people in the seats. I feel like more than like the way Disney, like they just like put someone at the helm that doesn't matter usually. And even if they get someone that's like, you know, like when Sam Raimi was doing Multiverse of Madness, it's still like, it didn't work as well because I don't think they let him do it. They're just like, I'm assuming they're micromanaging a lot of these directors, unless you're like.
I'm sure they're micromanaging.
But they're just not making it their own movie is the thing. I think Guillermo del Toro, if he was actually given free reign, could have come up with something amazing. Is the thing, but I just don't know if Disney can give them that much control. I think that's the thing with like not just Disney, but like any company, is they are all about the profit, you know, and not about what is actually going to be a good movie, you know. Well, I mean, clearly not anymore. I mean, they're losing money left and right on these movies.
Yeah, and they don't care because they're.
I think they do care.
I think if they cared, they would make better movies.
I think they think they're making better movies, but look at Tron Ares. I mean, that's going to flop hard. And like, I
was talking to my sister about it a little bit earlier today, actually. And I think I sent you this clip too of like Jeremy Irons talking about Scar. And he voiced Scar. And she had sent this to me and I watched it and then sent it to you. And it was, he was talking about, you know, like when he was recording his lines, like all the animators were there and they were kind of like observing him and like sketching and all this stuff, and they did it like quite a few times and everything, you know, and he was just like talking and like, you know, there was like back and forth and everything happening. And then when he saw the movie, you know, and he saw like, you've got Mufasa voiced by James Earl Jones, and he's all like majestic and has this flowing mane and all muscular and everything. He's like, and then you get to see me and just like gaunt and scrawny, you know, and he was like upset, you know, I'm sure jokingly upset about it. But like, I feel like that's part of the problem with movie making right now, is they used to do those things where the animators, the actors, the songwriters, they would all be together and a collaborative effort was happening on all these movies. Whereas now it's like the animators are doing their thing. The songwriters are doing their thing without a script a lot of times, or without seeing the animation. And they're just kind of going off the cuff. The actors don't even record in the same studio anymore. Sometimes not even the same country.
I mean, I saw a clip of that with John Goodman talking about Monsters Inc., where they weren't recording together. Yeah. And like it wasn't working.
Here's your lines. And there's no way to improvise or feed off of each other if you're not recording together, especially if you're not recording in person.
Well, he said that because he said like that Billy Crystal was like, we need to record in the same room, and then it like changed everything because they were just like interacting.
Well, it's like you've also heard like with Alan Menken and Howard Ashmore, like Little Mermaid, you know, like being with Jodie Benson and with the animators and everything, it's like when, they were like coming up with songs and stuff, the animators was like, oh, well, we got to change how we want to do this, to match the song better. Or they'd be like, hey, this is what we're thinking for the animation during the song. What can you come up with?
What are we talking about in terms of Haunted Mansion right now?
Oh, we digressed a lot in terms of why the movies
two sips of wine
suck.
And now you're just like, you're just on a tirade right now.
It's just about why their movies are failing right now.
There's a lot of reasons.
I think that is a huge part, though, is that it's no longer collaborative.
Yeah, and I think it might get
between
even
all
worse.
the creative talent. Well, and two, it's like if the animators and the storyboard people, the script writers and stuff, aren't there with the actors, it's like, how are the actors going to be able to say, like, this isn't something my character would do, or this isn't something my character would say, because we hear that happens a lot.
Have AI slop doing everything. It's just gonna be AI doing all of it, and it's gonna be nonsense.
Yeah, but
there's
it's
gonna
like
be no human touch whatsoever.
You don't get the people who are passionate about the characters that they're portraying, pushing back on directions that the studio may want that character to take.
Yeah,
I mean, like with Henry Cavill in The Witcher. Yeah, I mean, he pushed back and he got fired.
They were trying to replace him immediately, actually.
Like after the first season.
They came out in like I think what's his face was talking about how they approached him.
Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, after like in like 2020, I think, or 2019 when, and I think they were having like they were trying to get him in immediately. So
that's so strange.
That's the word on the street. So
maybe he was pushing back well before what we know about.
Who knows? What are your final thoughts on this though? Do you think it's worth a watch for like a Halloween watch? Or you would just say watch one of the other two Haunted Mansion movies?
I'd say
I think it's fine.
I think if you're a big Disney person,
they've probably already seen it.
And if you're a big Haunted Mansion person, I think it's worth watching once. But if you're a casual Disney, like you just enjoy the Halloween season, I would say watch one of the other.
Yeah. I mean, it's my third favorite of the three. So
yeah.
I didn't hate it though.
Like I didn't hate it. Like I'd put it probably like 5 out of 10.
That's about fair. I mean, I laughed a few times. I think
I'd still watch it before I watched Captain Marvel.
Okay, it's on the Captain Marvel scale.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's just kind of there. It was fine. It was better than I remember, but that's not saying much. So I didn't hate it though. It was fine. So tell me where you can find us.
You can find us online at backlottours.com, on Instagram at backlottours. You can stream us on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Vlogs coming soon.
Boom. Take us home.
Oh, there's a great big Pretty Okay Tomorrow.
It's shining at the end of every Halloween season. Spoopy.
No.
Happy Halloween.